What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Today we are trying Pale Fire by Pressure Drop Brewery. Not my first Pressure Drop beer. I got this in my local craft beer store. I'm looking forward to trying this one. So this is just a general, your standard pale ale. Like I said, brewed by Pressure Drop, who it says brewed in London, so yeah, London, since 2013. It's a 414ml can, as you can see in my hand, and the beer itself is 4.8%. In terms of tasting notes that we're looking for, we're looking at peach, mango and citrus. And the beer itself, it says it's a modern pale ale brewed with American hops. The American hops in question are Mosaic and Amarillo, both good ones. Definitely had some good beers with those hops. And it says, Pale Fire is a beer we love to drink and are proud to brew. I think that's really, really nice. That's a really nice thing to put on your cans. You know, to be proud of the beers that you make is really, really nice. Proud to drink them and proud to brew them as well. I think that's good. You know, you shouldn't just sit back while other people enjoy your work. You should enjoy it too. They're putting out stuff that people don't like, you know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this one. I've had it for quite a long time. So I'm just looking forward to crack into it so yeah, see what we've got. So with that being said, let's give it an open. Okay, not getting a huge amount smell-wise. Just a tiny bit of sort of fruitiness, but not masses. So instead we're looking for peach, mango and citrus, so fruity basically. Okay, in terms of colour, a little bit orangey yellow. I'll slow that down a bit so we don't get too much head. That head's going down quickly. That's very quick. Fairly thin one. I can make out that I've got individual fingers behind it. Not too thin though. But yeah, I can see shadows of fingers basically through it. We've got a nice clean white head, so it's not carrying any of that orange colour into the head. So definitely, to me at least, and I'm not saying this is standard, but to me at least that's kind of indicative of a generally like a thinner beer, and most of the time I would say lower percentage too. You guys can let me know if you find the same thing. They kind of sometimes look like almost like a cartoon beer with such a contrast of a white head with like an orange or yellow body, I suppose. But look, that's going down quite quickly. I think it's worth, if we get into a sip now, we can top the rest of the can out in a minute, but let's get some of the flavours. So again, it was citrus, peach, mango and citrus. So I'm really looking for those fruity flavours. Getting a little bit more fruit on the nose actually. Getting a slightly more unfamiliar fruit. Might be mango or something. I don't eat that in my general life because I don't really like it, but I do like, it's stupid, but I do like the flavours that it can bring in a beer. But let's give it a try. Quite piney. Yeah, quite hoppy. Changed my voice. It's quite hoppy. It's quite. Not that it's necessarily got a particularly high IBU, but I can definitely taste the bitterness of the hops. I'm starting to kind of a little bit, and not massively, and I'm probably still wrong, but I'm starting to sort of work out hop flavours a little bit more because of how many beers I've had and looking at the hops in it. And I feel like it's the Amarillo that brings a kind of stronger, bitter flavour on the tongue. Now, you guys, if you do know hops a little bit more, you tell me if I'm completely wrong or not, but yeah, it's not too fruity really. I'll give it a few more sips to see if we can develop that more. Like I said, peach, mango, citrus, you would expect that to be fairly sweet, but I'm really just getting that kind of resinous piney flavour in your mouth that's quite dank. It's not hugely strong or anything, and in my hand obviously again it always looks darker, but it's, you know, it's a yellowy orange, so I'm not expecting it to be too bitter really, or I wasn't expecting it to be too bitter, but nevertheless we'll give it some more sips. Okay, a tiny bit of stone fruits there, a little bit peachy. I can get the peach now, I think, thinking about it a bit more. Not getting masses of citrus though. I don't think that's going to develop too much, to be honest. It is a nice tasting beer, but I don't know if it's one that you particularly memorise. I feel like it's one that you would probably order in a tap room and then not really think about too much afterwards. That sounds really harsh, but it just tastes quite sort of standard pale ale, you know, standard craft. Nothing wrong with it, nothing bad about the flavours, but just not sort of instantly going to become at least my favourite beer too much. I mean, I suppose pale fire is literally saying it's pale in the name, and yeah, a little bit pale in flavour, but not necessarily to its detriment. I feel like it would actually be quite a popular one because it's not too pungent or too strong. But yeah, it's not doing a lot for my taste buds basically. In terms of what I'm going to give it out of 5, I think for this one it's not too offensive or anything, so I'm going to give it a 3.25. You know, above average for sure, but not really getting into like the favourite beer territory. Still a really enjoyable one though. I do enjoy Pressure Drop for sure, and this one definitely, I'm not going to put it in the bad books whatsoever. Definitely an enjoyable one too. Let me know if you guys have tried this one. Obviously they're a London-based brewery, so they probably get around in a lot of bottle shops. And I think I had a quick look on Untappd, and they had about, at least the day that I filmed this review, 18,000 check-ins, so quite a lot. And you can't fault it really for its design either. This kind of cool abstract mix between sort of geometric and an actual landscape is quite cool. It kind of mixes nature and maths and that kind of thing. So yeah, that is pretty cool. But yeah, 3.25 guys. Not massively making a huge statement or anything, but still a really enjoyable pale ale. So with that being said guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know it's not gone on for too long, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know if you've had this beer or any recent beers that you guys have had. Love to interact with you guys. And as always, you know what I'm going to say, I will see you in the next video. Peace.